Okay, folks. Hey, this video was a fun video. I got to dig through and pull out some baits that I haven't used for a long time to see what I could find, just to see if I can catch some fish, guys. And I caught them all in one day, and I thought, well, you know what? The next day, I'm going to see if I can catch a few more. I found a few more digging around the garage. Some colors that I made about a year ago. I thought, let's take those out and see if we can catch a couple of those too on the next trip, and we'll just throw all that in there. So I hope you appreciate that, guys. It gives me a chance to play with colors. It also proves a couple things. Sometimes a few different colors will work on a given day, right? And but that's what I do, guys. I play with colors, try to come up with colors that I think that are really good, that the fish going to pay attention to, that I catch a lot of fish on. When I pull them across a brush pile or through a dock at a school of fish there, if they just pull out and fall and keep going back and really don't want it, that tells me something. If I see them roll up or run up and grab it, and they keep on doing that, you know you got the color right. All right? Hey, guys. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate your comments. Thank you for watching Fishing Lake Country. Check out the web store. Thank you for doing that. My name's Dennis. See ya.
Alright, guys, I finally got one. I'm having time this morning. I've been fishing about a half an hour. I've had bites. I lost one. I'm wearing this one. He come and hit me in his chest just now. Ooh, I can smell like fish. That's what you're supposed to do, right? It's about 9.5. Today, guys, I'm just using different willow tails. This is one I have used in another video, but it's one I made a long time ago. It's half smoke, and the bottom half is pearl with red, white, silver and red flake. Yeah, I just kind of make it look like kind of, I don't know, maybe sun perch looking. I don't know, guys. I just make up stuff sometimes. I'm working and I'm painting and I'm doing something like that, putting deck lumber down or doing something on a boathouse or a house, and I'm thinking, let's see. What color would be good? What color I haven't seen much of? And sometimes that's how I come up with colors. And I just kind of put them together. Now, don't do but a couple laminated colors, because laminated colors take time. You got to mix two colors. You got to keep both of them the same temperature. That's the hardest part. And then shoot them. Then you have the waste. And once you have the stems, the multicolor, they're no good to you, so you lose a lot. And if you ever pay attention to the stem's a lot of plastic. I'll tell you what I done the other day. I made a bunch of crickets, and I pulled them off the stems. I hang the crickets, let them to the next day before I take them off the stem. Okay, two in the inch and a half. Anyway, I went back out to the shop like 2 days later with leftover stems, and I made quite a few more bags, guys, with the stems. Yep, probably 5 more bags. You lose a lot on the stem. So if you do it in multiple color and you're laminating it, you just lose it unless you can melt it down and make something with that, right? I don't think we'll get any bigger here or not. We must go look for some bigger fish, guys. Like I said, we'll catch a few of these small ones and we'll go try to find a bigger one day. Y'all know, like I say, that's my goal. He's 7.5. I see some back in here. I'll show you. I ain't setting my other camera up, guys. I'm getting ready to move, so I'm not going to set it up. All right. Y'all can see there's quite a few. See these there? They're sun perch probably. They could be small crappie. There's a couple of big ones. We can see where they're at. They're clean to the back. It's 12 foot at the front of the dock, and they're at 30 foot. So they're way on back there. I can't get it back to them. I can. See, even shooting here, y'all guys that shoot, that'd be tough. The dock's lower than my boat. You'd have to lay down, shoot to get back that far. You couldn't shoot from this angle. You just shoot into the water. You'd have to lay down and shoot straight back there. These docks are hug the water. You can see right here, it ain't but 4 inches there. I probably got 8 to 10 inches right here. Okay. Whoa. I don't think this is a crappie. Guys, bass the last few days will not leave me alone. I think that's what this is. Yep. I've caught a pile of them. The bass are really aggressive right now, especially these little spotted bass. I'm gonna have to net him just to get him in here. He's not that big. I did catch one yesterday in a video that was probably, it was a largemouth. That was probably 2.5, 2 pounds, 4 or 5 ounces. All right. He's not that big. He's probably 10 inches. Keep me on the ball here. I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not easy finding crappie today. I done been in a lot of places. I just went in a place that I thought was gonna be good, in a dock that I usually fish, There were some people sitting on the dock fishing. Yeah, so there you go. I went to another dock that I usually catch fish on, and people were had those swimming platforms out. Do they do that on y'all's lake, guys? The lakes that y'all fish, they got these floating. Let me get control of this boat and put spot lock on. I'm fishing a tree in the water here that's in front of a dock. Okay, I'm hitting my spot lock. Well, that's a decent crappie, guys. He's not a monster. He's probably 10 inches. This is the Virginia shad willowtail. I've got a pocket full, guys. I just got different colors piled up here. Let me catch one more on this one and I'll switch. That's what I'm doing. I'm just playing with willowtails today. Let's see how many fish catching willowtails. And I'll tell you, the willowtails are good bait when the fishing's tough. I'm finding fish today. A lot of them are small. And like I say, some places I'm not being able to fish. Summertime done came on now. That's what I like about March. There you go, live action, guys. That's what I like about March and April. Oh my gosh. This ain't a crappie. If it is, he's a nice one. Good gosh. Good gosh, come on. Oh, here he goes. That's a bass. I got to see him. I'm gonna tell you what. I said this a while ago. This is the second bass this morning, third bass this morning. I caught a little tiny one too, about 8 inches, and I caught about a 10-inch one. This spotted bass. These spotted bass will eat up these willowtails. I'm telling you. And this Virginia shad looks like a shad. See that blue tint to that bait? I just filled an order this morning. Somebody ordered some of the, I think they got the tadpoles. I put in the mail. Not gonna mention. Only thing I know is your name, guys. I said this before in another video. When you put an order in, the only thing I get is your address and what your order is. That's all I get. I don't see your credit card. I don't want to see your credit card. I don't see any of that information, okay? He tore my bait up. That's how I usually tear bait up. It's on the pliers and the... Alright. That's a nice fat one, isn't it? He's probably 13, 12 and a half. He's probably bigger than that. He's probably 13. But anyway, that's all I see. They email me the shipping. I get the shipping address. I hit on the web page. I hit a button and it prints out the post office shipping. And I put that on the container. I cut it off a piece of paper. Put that on there. That's all I know. I know what you ordered and your address. It's the only information they give me from WooCommerce, which is a company that's handling the credit cards. They handle the credit cards. All right. Even though that was the bass, we're gonna go to the. He tore up my bait. This is a size 6 hook, guys. See, it's plenty big for that willowtail. You don't need a bunch of hooks standing out there. Well, this might be a crappie, yeah. Now, guys, he jumped like a bass. He's hanging around these spotted bass too much. You know, spotted bass actually don't jump, do they? You ever noticed that? But as I said, bass in general jump when they fight them, don't they? I don't see many fish here. This is a spot that never holds a bunch of crappie. Oops. But what they do, this dock has cross braces because it's in deep water. Any of the docks down here that are in deep water have cross braces. And they run the braces from the post to post like that. And the crappie here get on those cross braces, so they're hard to spot. Now I'm looking back through there in my Livescope and I see a little green spot, and there's a turtle there. A little green spot here and there. So it's a couple here, and some of those, as you're seeing, some of those are bass. So, but I'm just casting back under there, letting it settle, letting it sink. I got some current going. You can see my spot lock's working, letting its tail off, because they're releasing a little water this morning. Not strong yet. Yesterday they ran the water so strong that the fish just quit biting. I made a video yesterday. Y'all going to see it. The last hour, I didn't catch anything. He's small. He's about 9 and 9/16 probably. Now my boat's in the way of me fishing. You gotta love spot lock, guys, but sometimes it works against you, right? That's all right. I'll backhand it and I'll go on this side. I'll look back in there, but like I said, once I stop and look around a little bit, see, I still don't see no fish, and I done caught 2. Like I said, they get in those cross braces and they lay in them. And I can go to the front of the dock, look back through them, probably see them. That's another thing about a Livescope, guys. The angle makes a difference too. You can go past the dock, and if it's a big school, you're going to see them. But if it's just a few scattered ones, 6, 8, 10 on there, if they're laying right against the post and stuff, sometimes it takes a certain angle to really see them good. Another bass. Another bass. And this is actually a largemouth. He's a baby. He hooked right there in the top of the roof of the mouth too. Now guys, this color I'm using, gotcha. He's pretty. He make a good belt buckle. Remember we used to call them belt buckle bass? I think that's 5 or 6 I've caught today. I don't know, I can't keep up with. All right, this color right here, let me look at it. All right, this is, yeah, I have to look at it close, guys, what color it is. This is Virginia shad. Now, I've caught a crappie on it, or maybe 2 crappie, I don't know. I've caught a couple bass on it. It's a natural looking color. Our water, I said this I think a minute ago, guys. Sometimes I catch myself when I watch the clips, I go, Dennis, you just said that. It's because I'm not here recording what I'm saying, I'm fishing, and y'all know how it is. You get distracted, and next thing you know, you think, didn't I already say that? So we're using Willow tails. It's having a good day, and I'm gonna switch now since I caught a couple fish on that color. I got some different colors in my pocket. This is the color I started with. I got some colors laying over here on the boat. Now let me switch colors. All right, 'cause I got one laying right here. This is sea candy, and this might be a little dark. Our water is probably the clearest I've seen it for a long time. And we actually had rain for a couple of days, and the other end dirtied up. It hadn't got down here yet. But I was looking here on these rock bank right here. I can see the rocks way out there. I can probably see the bottom in 3 foot, maybe 4. And that's clear for our lake. Rick told me to put a mat there so when I catch a fish I could lay the fish on the mat. And that's an excellent idea. I just haven't done it because I got to clean that spot every now and then because it gets smelly. Like I told you, I said this in the video yesterday. I can walk in the garage sometimes and I go like, woo, my boat smells like fish. All right, guys, a nice one. He's about 10.5. All right, guys, you see them there? They're scattered there. And what I was trying to do was get my jig down close to the base of that tree. You see it's a piece of tree there on the right coming out. Getting my jig down in that area. So it'd fall down the base of that tree, and that's where that crappie came from. I bet you this is a bass. I've caught 6 bass today, guys. I told y'all I catch a lot of bass. I'll keep up with it today. And they're spotted bass. This lake is full of them, I talked to a guy the other day from West Virginia. He was here fishing, and talked to him at the dock. He said they caught, I think he said 40 bass. And I said, yeah. And I said, a lot of them were spotted bass. He said, yeah, they were spotted bass. I said, and most of them were 10 to 12 inches. Yep. I said, yep. This about this and this right here. He's about 12, 13. There's a lot of them here. Now, if you want to go out and catch them, this is the way to do it. 4-pound test, ultralight rod. You just can't reel them in, can you? Yeah, you gotta fight him. You gotta fight him. I got my line on my finger. All right, that's Virginia shad color, guys. That's what that last crappie came on too. Virginia shad. See, they're pretty. Well, he's decent bass. I mean, if you're bass fishing. I'm not very aggressive at all today. Finally, one of them got after it. Come here. That's a bass. I told you. Yeah, that's 7. All right, guys. Another stinking bass. This is for y'all. I told you I fish for bass and crappie, but when I'm crappie fishing, I really don't care much about catching bass. When I'm bass fishing, that's what I want to catch. Yay! I finally caught another crappie. Guys, I think the last 3 fish I caught have been bass. I don't know, something like that. Maybe the last 2. That's a baby. Can't find no big crappie today. Alright. This is the Virginia shad color. I went back to it. See, the water's so clear, I don't have many clear color Willowtails with me. I've been through quite a few today, colors. I do have this. Well, that's the one I start with. That's black. Y'all can see the red flake in it there now. All right. I think this might be a crappie, guys. There's a little stump or something. I don't know what it is. There's something in front of that post. I've been catching fish here for years, guys. So whatever it is, it's been there for a long time. Whoa, come here. So I think it's a stump. It's right there at the post. All right, guys, my battery died. Give the fish a little water so he could hang in there for a second. That was my fault too, because I just said to myself when I moved down here to this dock from the last dock I fished, I said, "Sir, it's about time for you to change your battery." And you know what? I didn't do it. All right, that's a nice one, guys. He's probably 11 half to 12. I'm not gonna keep him out. I didn't had him out too long. He went on. All right, let me switch colors now. Let me dig around here so I can find another color, guys. I'm running out of baits. Y'all know anywhere I can find some baits?
Okay, guys, this was the Willowtail challenge. I could use nothing but Willowtails. I caught maybe 15 or 16 crappie and about 9 bass. The bass were active. And guys, I was just going to docks trying to find them. I had a tough time because this is summertime. A lot of people are on their docks. Some of the docks that I usually fish that have crappie on them, people were on them, so I skip them. Some of them I went to, the crappie were way back under because it's been hot. Been up in the 80s, and so the crappie were getting back and getting out of that sunlight, so it made it very tough. I found schools of small fish. Yeah, they were pretty easy to catch. And there's some places that I could have went probably and fished that have been catching fish. I didn't, guys. I just made a choice. You know how that is. You don't have so much time in the day, and you go, all right, where do I want to go next? Because I don't want to fish the same places all the time. I'm trying to fish some different places, so y'all don't go watch the video and go like, he fishes that same dock all the time. Well, I can tell you right now, guys, there's hundreds of docks on this lake, thousands of docks. They're down the bank in rows. It's hard to know where there's not a dock. And I can tell you what, if there's 20 docks down the bank, one of them will have crappie on it. And probably 15 of them will have none. And there'll be 2 or 3 that'll have a handful on them. That's just the way it is. And the best docks are on the channel side. The side that the channel comes the closest to, that's the only side you need to look. Once you get into summertime, it's no use to even look on the side that's on the shallow side. I'm telling you, they're not there. They're going to be on the channel side. All right, guys, hope you appreciate that. That was just a challenge I done just to make a fun video. Hey, I try to load fun videos on Wednesdays. So I get a couple extras. I'll throw them in on Friday. All right, and port catchers on Sundays. Thursdays is Who Won. My name is Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. See you guys.